no one to save us but us. In case no one told you this, I'm telling you this. They told me. They thought I was white. So, Dr. Fraser, I was at an all-white event. I'm sort of, maybe God put me here as a spy, a double agent. We will not be saving black people. No. In fact, white folks are not even thinking about black people. Do you know who white folks are thinking about? They're thinking about white folks. They're thinking about their children, their wives, their husbands, their communities, their businesses, their educational system. They're not thinking about you. I had a good white friend who said to me not long ago, he said, George, I know the problem with black people. I said, oh, really? Really, Bob? What might that be? He said, you spend all your time thinking about us, and we don't spend any of our time thinking about you. Therefore, if you're not thinking about you, and we damn sure ain't thinking about you, who's thinking about you? Well, I had to do a Holy Ghost dance. Sometimes I feel that we are searching for a key to an unlocked door.
Hello guys.
Guys, I sat down and I watched Sloan Bella's most recent post on YouTube, and when I tell you, we think that 2024 is the year of exposure, and so far it has been, but what she's saying is there's a lot more to come, and it starts with people like Jay-Z, Clive Davis, Diddy's already dealing with what he's dealing with, and Bieber, Russell Simmons, MC Hammer. It's a lot that's going to take place. And she said a lot of this stuff is going to start happening within the next 3 years. Within the next 3 years. She said something's coming up in November between either Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. And she said that in November, whatever is going to take place, I believe that's how Jay-Z is going to end up getting caught up. Now, she was talking about supposedly something going missing, and Jay-Z allegedly is supposed to be accused of whatever this missing thing is, and that's when people start nosing around. She said that a lot of people want Jay-Z found out. That a lot of people want Jay-Z found out, because I guess they feel like, a lot of people feel like we're taking all these hits, like, on their reputation, things are coming out about them, and who is sitting on the throne still, you know what I'm saying, there's like, he's unfazed, nothing's happening with him, but people are probably like, yo, I know for a fact, like, this man got things going on, and he has done things, his hands are just as dirty, allegedly, his hands are just as dirty as ours, and they're probably looking like, you know what, we want him found out. And she mentioned that's the one thing about power. When you have so much power, there's other people coming for it, and they want to see you go down because you have too much. I know she said a lot of the public favor that Jay-Z has, she says it will be removed. It will be removed within the next 3 years, that he's not going to have the public favor that he has. Like almost a fall from grace, if I should say. We're going to see what the next 3 years has to bring. But she says something is coming up with Bieber. Something's coming up with Bieber. I wonder what that's going to be.
To missing burglarized items, and it's going to come up around him. That's the first marker. And I'm not sure what it is he steals. I don't know if this is a stolen song, a stolen item, a stolen car. I don't know what it is. But it is a burglary of something I have stolen, and now I'm being accused of taking this. And that is the beginning of it, because they will start nosing around with him. So there's like a lot of nosing around. It's in the theft of something. And by theft, I don't quite know what I mean by that, but it's by the theft of something. And when you look at that, it just draws attention to him, and they don't like attention drawn to them. We give them way too much power. They're controlled by other entities around them. There is something with Justin Bieber coming up that's going to drag Jay-Z down the rabbit hole with him. So we have this connection like this, and it's going to go down, down, down. It's more of a procuring issue rather than like fundamentally hands-on issue. So it's more profiteering than it is hands-on, is how I would word that. Anyway, I'm now giving myself a headache. This is my first energetic reading on Jay-Z. And once again, my name is Sloan at sloanbella.com.
No, Evian water is rich people water.
Really, is it?
Yeah, you heard that right. This may not be true, but there is a theory that say wealthy people are trying to monopolize the Evian water, which is really expensive, almost as expensive as Fuji water and all the other expensive water brands because it's exceptionally beneficial. It's packed with natural electrolytes. It's literally sourced from mountain springs, right? It's also naturally alkaline. Now, this is considered the healthiest water. When they tested other waters like spring water and various other brands, right, they discovered that those aren't necessarily as beneficial. But Evian water is one of the few that truly is good for you.
Okay.
Yeah, now the theory goes that rich people made it that expensive so that they have their water supply. And when they go to the store, they know that all these poor people aren't going to buy it. But, you know, let's just keep it this high so that we can buy it whenever we're in town, right? Now, what do you think Evian spells backwards? Naive, which is intriguing, right? It might have been intentional.
Do you have any advice for a young girl moving to Hollywood?
I'll get lively with us. When Harvey Weinstein invites you to a private party and it forces and stuff.
The reason the United States invaded Iraq wasn't because of weapons of mass destruction, but actually to get the DNA of Nephilim and giants. Now that may sound far-fetched to you, but listen to this email sent to government officials on the Freedom of Information Act website, requesting documents pertaining to the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh, the location of his body, and the location of the buried Nephilim. That was sent on December 13th, 2018, and the status of that email is closed. We also have testimonies from museum curators saying that the very first place that the United States military went when they invaded Iraq was to museums within the heart of ancient Babylon. This may be one reason why the CIA is investing so much money recently into DNA editing firms, so that when they get remains or artifacts with Nephilim DNA, they can actually extract them and resurrect them back to life like they're trying to do now with extinct animals.
Arctic explorer who lives at the edge of the Earth not only saw everything with his own eyes, but also managed to secretly film the dome supports and other strange things. His video will follow, but first I will voice his story. I was part of the 47th closed Antarctic expedition in 2002. When I was included in a research group that was heading inland, the driver of their car got sick, and I replaced him. Before starting the trip, the head of the expedition instructed me and forced me to sign a non-disclosure agreement. He told me to forget everything I was taught in school, that the Earth is a sphere. It is flat as your frying pan, and we are on the edge of it. Everything is covered with a dome. Don't tell anyone about what you'll see there in the ice. We were also prohibited from taking photos or making videos there. We drove south for 6 days until we reached a wide river with unfrozen water. The head of the group forbade touching the water, saying that there was radiation. But what was on the other side of the river gave me goosebumps. There was a massive metal support about 2 kilometers high. The leader said that such supports are installed around the Earth every 53 kilometers. Supporting the dome? What dome? I asked. Watch carefully, he said. Indeed, if you look closely, you can see that the sky looks like glass or blue plastic. And from time to time, fireballs flew by, rapidly soaring up the surface of the dome. I pretended to go to the toilet and slid behind an ice floe. I started shooting on an old hidden mobile phone. However, the phone was old and the camera was bad. This is what I managed to capture. Now skeptics probably can't wait to print comments.
Oh, it's a fake, an old phone, a bad camera. But there is one catch.
I would have thought the same thing if I hadn't stumbled across the following video. This video was shot from the same angle, from the same river, but not on an old phone and not in 2002. It was in 2017, and the quality is excellent. Two videos from different sources. Of course, they could all fantasize, but the most curious thing is that they all fantasize the same way. An Antarctic
Alright, y'all, I'm about to play this clip with this so-called person that's gonna be exposing this portal, y'all. Let me go ahead and play it, y'all. Check it out.
Alright, so this might be the future of e-commerce and architecture. Look at this. This is the portal into the Serendipity Furniture Store, which is a furniture store that uses inspiration from sea creatures and seashells. So you can actually go into this portal and suddenly you're in the space, like full-on immersive. And currently I'm walking on the beach, looking around, and you can see the different furniture pieces and explore all of that, see what's on the menu or catalog, I don't know. But when you look back, you know, that's the portal again for you to come out and walk back to the surface. And when you do so, you know, you can just experience this portable portal into whatever store you're walking into.
All right, y'all. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. Y'all, it's called Serendipity. Serendipity. Anyway, whatever it's called. This right here video is proof. And y'all, listen, chosen one. You got to understand that portals are all around you. When you look, even where you're at right now, you're in something like a portal. You gotta know, y'all, when us chosen ones, before we got hijacked in our original Matrix, we was in something like Atlantis. But somehow, some way, we drifted off into a lost, evil, demonic portal. So this video right here is proof. Now, he showed y'all he was originally walking on the so-called beach. But this is like a portal that he went into. This is how it is in real life, y'all. I'm trying to tell you that you are in something. This right here, this whole portal would be like, let's just say this is the Truman Show. So us chosen ones, we was originally out here, like this what we consider out here, how he walking on the beach. Let's just say that's Atlantis. But somehow, some way, when these beasts came in, they tricked some of us chosen ones to walk into the moonlight. This would be the moonlight. As y'all see, when he went through this so-called portal, he was in like another world. Let me rewind it back. Look, he's off.
See what's on the menu.
When he walked through that door, he entered into this.
And currently I'm walking on the beach, looking around. And
even though he walking on the beach, he's still able to see everything that's in that portal. So like I'm telling you, this is something like we did. When you look around, it looks like you in something like a real world, but you're actually not. You're in some type of portal in space. We drifted off into the devil's portal. And in this portal, you see solid things. Everything looks solid. Now, he didn't show that it was solid. He was just showing that he could see the stuff in here. But the thing is, he probably could pick this shit. Like we in a simulation where we can actually pick shit up because it looks solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that everything you're seeing around you is being interpreted by your brain signals. All of this, you got to understand you're receiving like false light code. So it's making you see everything around you, but you also can feel, taste, touch. You can do your signals. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, you can actually experience the reality. So this is how easy it is to manipulate us. We think we're in something like a real world, but we're actually not. We're in something like a lost portal somewhere, and we get to physically experience the so-called reality around us. But yeah, I just had to show y'all this is how they tricked us, y'all. So,
right, so this might be the future of
this is the portal. This is the so-called real world. When he walked through this, he see all of that other shit that's in that portal. And so this is something like I just told y'all, this is something what's going on with us.
Listen, this is who they wanted to sacrifice for Tyrese.
Right. Yeah.
He didn't want to give her up. He did not want to give her up. They've been trying to sacrifice this girl so long. They was going to murder her for Tyrese getting to release his albums and getting to release all the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah,
he didn't want to give her up. Check this out.
Check this out.
Last time I saw her, she was so tiny. I'm like, oh my God. That's your daughter?
That's my daughter. She's 15. That's my Shayla.
15 years old.
Incredible. I'm so proud of you. I love you. Daddy loves you. I love you.
Oh my God. Listen to him.
They took her. They were about to sacrifice her.
My Shayla.
He thought this was a joke.
What's it feel like to be back with your daughter right now?
See, this is when he got her back. They took her and he gave her back. And the reason they gave the daughter back because he said he had sacrificed somebody else. He just didn't want to lose her. Listen.
Thankfully for her.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I see your baby hairs. I didn't know this was gonna be all like this.
Listen.
Let's see what's going on.
Priscilla Murray has passed away. According to it,
this is who he had to give away. He had to give away his mom because he didn't want to give away his daughter. Check it out.
Tyrese Gibson's mother, Priscilla Murray, has passed away. According to an Instagram post made on Monday evening, February 4th.
And he gave her up on Valentine's Day, which is Valentine's is representing her heart, right? The heart does what? Pump blood. Blood sacrifice. Check it out.
Priscilla Murray, where are you? Priscilla, hi. Come on up here a second.
Oprah knew about this.
Tyrese's mama. Oprah said
she knew that he was about to sacrifice his mama.
And all 4 years later, are bad as I don't know what.
On her own.
He had to give away his sister too. She just died a couple days ago. Like October 3rd, October 4th, something like that, 2023. This is what they do to you, man. He did all this to protect his daughter. Gave his family members up.
This new movie came out.
The price of fame, man. This is the price of fame. If you want to be famous, this is what you gotta do.
My daughter.
Did the body of Nephilim turn into mountains? Check this out.
Bodies of the Nephilims turned into mountains. It is known that when fallen angels mate with humans, they end up producing offspring that in the Bible are referred to as the Nephilims. These creatures are a powerful group of people that are said to bear insane strength and are huge in size. However, somewhere in the history of humanity, they all just vanished. Now, this might sound crazy, but there is a theory that it was during the flood of Noah where the majority of the Nephilims were petrified, and their bodies eventually became the mountains that we see today. Over the course of history, there are references to this, like in the 1948 speech given by Abraham Lincoln, talking about a species of extinct giants whose bones fill the mountains of America, or that hikers who hiked up mountains and caves say it resembles a giant human shape. So,
comment what you think.
I heard a millennial say, I don't want the government to get my DNA. I hate to break this to you. They have it because in the 90s, the police scared your parents. It made you come to these little areas where police met. Mine was a BJ's. And you lined up, and these weird people took hair off your head and taped it to a card with your name and your social security number on it. This was a trick they pulled on our parents, so in case we ever went missing, there would be a database of all of our DNA. So that way if any children ever showed up unalive, they could immediately spot them and contact the parents. Because we all obviously have that same phone number that they wrote on the card. That's a scary thought, right? But I remember like my grandma getting so close to my head and they kept trying to pull out hairs and they didn't get it right. And she was like, they have to get the bulb. They have to get the little white thing on the end because that's where your DNA is. Someone just reminded me of this.
Chris exposes how easy it is for the media to stage and fake the news. Man, working in film and television never gets old, man. I am on a set right now. Something really exciting I'll be able to tell you guys soon enough, but I was just thinking to myself, this neighborhood is a setup. It's not even real. I think Desperate Housewives shot in this neighborhood, if I'm not mistaken, but how dope is it that it feels like you're working from home if you were to shoot in this little made-up ass neighborhood? None of this shit is real. Matter of fact, just because we on stories, let me show y'all what I mean. I'm gonna go inside one of these legitimate houses. It's all a movie set. Wouldn't it be great to work in this environment? All of it. You set it up, whatever you want. Just checking in with y'all. Exciting things on the way. See you soon. Love.
Mama Favor said that woman was a
Give Mommy a kiss and we'll make up.
Sid! Sid, are you okay? What happened?
The killer's in the house, Dewey. He's upstairs.
Not reacts to NASA leaked video. Part 2.
Okay, we're heading out.
Doing that is against moral ethics.
Lying about going to the moon is a satanic lie of gigantic proportions.
I don't hit people, but you're going to be on the deck unless you get...
I'm heading out. I appreciate it.
And get the hell out of the Black House. Don't get a gun and shoot them at them before they get out of the office?
We have a video camera running if you want to do it.
Right.
That would be great footage for us. See you later. In court, I hope.
You want to call the CIA? Have them whacked.
That's what it is. This is, what is this? Oh, this is a shot from 130,000 miles out.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's from approaching. It's from approaching the moon, looking back at the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen this on a couple of flights. Was this something that you got? Although this is from Apollo 11, did you shoot a shot of the Earth like this?
Mm-hmm.
So you had a TV camera in the spacecraft.
That's correct.
And this is, I guess, the Earth zoomed in at a distance.
Yep, seems to be.
They get shot a little bit halfway to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of, now I guess the cloud cover looks.
That's what you're looking at.
Now what is that right there?
What is what?
There's like an arm. It looks like hair on an arm getting in front of the window.
Maybe somebody got their arm in front of it.
Now I thought that was the arm of God moving
Right.
across the Earth. I couldn't quite figure that out.
I suspect that was the edge of the window, more than likely, that they were shooting at.
What did the Earth look like from a great distance? There
About
it is
like
again,
that.
130,000 miles out.
About like that.
So it's pretty small at the distance of the moon?
Yes, but I think the better images are the Hasselblad images that have been taken on every flight and are the most published pictures in the history of the world.
What is that in the top left? If that's the Earth, is that like another spacecraft?
No. That, I have no idea what that is. It's some aberration on the film of some sort. Oh, those are shadows, I think. Or reflections, probably reflections that are just reflecting.
Run that
the
back
light.
again so we get another shot of it.
If you're going to press me on this, I'm not going to talk to you anymore because I won't pursue this All of this attempt to say the Apollo programs were fake is just sheer nonsense. And you can talk till hell freezes over and you're wrong. Okay?
Well, would you affirm...
I won't continue on this line.
Would you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
You bet your sweet ass.
Okay, put your left hand on the Bible. Put your left hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand and say, I, Edgar Mitchell.
I, Edgar Mitchell.
Affirm.
Affirm.
Under penalty of eternal damnation.
I don't believe in that, but penalty of eternal damnation.
That I walked on the moon on Apollo 14.
That I walked on the moon on Apollo 14.
Well, you know, you're the first astronaut to do that. We asked 6 other astronauts to swear on the Bible, and they refused to do it.
Well, I don't particularly like to take oaths like that either, because I don't accept the Bible as a gospel of anything except a historical record. But we did go to the moon. You bet your sweet ass we went to the moon. Okay, turn off the camera. Your interview is done. I've given you all the time I'm going to give you.
Okie dokie. Good to meet you.
I don't say it's a pleasure.
Understand.
Please get your ass out of my house.
Okay.
And you came here under false pretenses, and I think you're an asshole.
Well,
and if you continue this, and if you press this, I will personally take you to court.
I hope that you do. I invite you to. I'm going to give you my card so you can arrange that. And I'm encouraging you to arrange.
You're frankly not worth it.
No, we have you on the record saying you'll take me to court. I hope you do. Because we have proof that would prove it in a court of law that Apollo 11 didn't go to the moon. And I think it's something that you should see. I don't say that lightly, believe me. I don't say it lightly.
You have joking, sir.
We need to talk about this. This is granite carved to perfection. It requires a diamond tip drill bit, which they did not have 1,000 years ago. Now, a lot of people jump to ancient aliens or some conspiracy theory. Understanding their tech would be like trying to explain a cell phone 200 years ago. So I'm going to explain it with cymatics. If you follow me, you know that this is vibrating water on a speaker. It makes these cool patterns. But cymatics can decode everything you see. This is the Konark Sun Temple. I think you know where I'm going with this. This is exact. It's not close. It is perfect. Let's take a look at the pillars. That is a sound wave. That is a sound wave. That's a 3D sound wave. Our culture is obsessed with the how they did it, but we got to look at the why they did it first. Another important concept, sound travels through the air in spheres. And if you take that sphere and you track it through time, it starts to look like these very complex pillars. This is one of our acoustic resonators that we use today. This is a Hindu temple. This is a high frequency oscillator. It's used to keep time in digital devices. If we go across the pond to India's neighbor, we come across this cool temple called Angkor Wat. Left is the sensor, right is the temple diagram for Angkor Wat. If you're like me, you grew up thinking that these were just myths used by religion to keep society under control. And that's true if you don't have the piece that connects it all. Use your eyes to decode the manual and discover your purpose. Granite's pretty hard to edit.
Bro, we got 2 suns in the sky. We got one over here, and we got one over there.
Of you is you were a peculiar appearing performer. You were not the guy running the 7-Eleven. Well, maybe you were, but you looked strange, you know.
Well, it was strange because didn't nobody else have nerve enough to wear what I was wearing.
Yeah.
I believe a lot of people wanted to look like I looked, but they didn't know how to put it on.
Yeah.
So when I would wear makeup, they would let me sing for the white girls. When I put on eyelashes and all that, they would let me sing. But when I went as a just straight dude, they wouldn't let me sing.
Now why is that?
Well, they thought I wanted the girls. So if I came out a straight guy, they wouldn't let me sing. But when I came out with all the makeup on and all the eyelashes and all the hair, they said Richard is a good boy. I never was a good man, but I was a good boy.
Now, who is they that you're talking about here?
Some of the whites in Macon, where I'm from. I came from a little town. You know, it was real prejudice back in that time.